Big Time Action News welcomes you here today with James Paquin and his co-host Hannah Rankin to talk about European common problems. The new face of Europe, many European nations face common problems such as large-scale immigration from the developing world. Vladimir Putin was elected president in 2000 in Russia and helped rebuild Russia's economy.
Then later in the United States in 2009, Barack Obama took over presidency. Obama was the U.S. first African-American president. The political climate, as well as the current Russian economy, would probably not make for the best investment, so it would say that they wouldn't. It is a great place for trade because it's on the border of the country. It also has water, which was a valuable resource. It was also considered as a highway for trade. We are going to take a quick commercial break. When we get back, you will have James here with Grandma!
Help me! I'm falling!
Grandma, what happened?
Now that I have life alert, I'm never alone. Ah!
Ma'am, are you okay?
Today was sports. The Golden State Warriors sweep the Western Conference with a record of 12-0 in the playoffs, and now are waiting to face either the Cleveland Cavaliers or the Boston Celtics. The Cavaliers currently lead the series with a 3-1 lead. Now to faith with the weather, and let's go Celtics.
For Monday in the morning, it'll be a little foggy, so be careful on your way to work, guys. Later in the night, it'll be 58 degrees with a 4% chance of rain. For Tuesday, it'll be 60 degrees and a little cloudy with a... Later in the night, it'll be 54. It'll be a little humid. Wednesday, it'll be sunny with a low of 68 and a 2% chance of rain later on in the night. Thursday, it'll be 70 degrees with a 30% chance of rain, getting to 60 degrees later on in the night with a 70% chance of rain. And for Friday, it'll be 68 degrees with high humidity and a low of 60.
Big Time Action News welcomes you here today with me, Hannah Rankin, and my co-host, James Paquin. Here to talk to you about rich nations. They say that the poor and rich nations are linked together. Energy resources have a huge role in the global economy. All nations need oil for transportation and to manufacture production ranging from plastics.
Developing countries benefit more than non-developing countries because they would be more financially stable opposed to a bigger country. Now James is sports after this break.
I was doing just fine before I met you. I know it breaks your heart and moved to a city in a broke down car and 4 years no calls, and now you're looking pretty in a hotel with that. I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford.
Hello, I'm James Paquin. The Detroit Tigers lost to the Houston Astros yesterday with a score of 2-6. Tigers are at a 21-23 record, while the Astros are at a 31-15. Thank you, and that's all for sports. Now let's go to faith with the weather.
For Monday, it will be 70 degrees with a low of 65 during the night. It'll be sunny during the day, get a little foggy later on. For Tuesday, it'll also be sunny with a low of 70. For Wednesday, it'll be slightly cloudy with a 5% chance of rain later on in the night. Thursday and Friday, it'll be sunny again. But for Thursday, we have a low of 75, and for Friday, a low of 68.
Big Time Action News welcomes you here today with James Paquin and my co-host, Hannah Rankin. Today we'll be telling you about the economy and how it's affecting people here today. Over 3 billion people live off of less than $2 a day.
In 2004, an underwater earthquake led to a tsunami. Children suffer terrible abuse. There was a study showing that half the world's children have many traumas from abuse. Developing nations feel that the limitations of Kyoto Treaty will prevent their economic development. Now James with sports after the break. Grandma!
Help me! I'm falling! I
Grandma,
can't get
what
up.
happened?
Now that I have life alert, I'm never alone. Ah! Alert.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Derrick Rose, former Chicago Bulls player, current New York Knicks player, was informed that the San Antonio Spurs were interested in him coming to play for them at the point guard position. Thank you, and that's all for sports. Now on to Faith with the weather.
On Monday, it'll be 67 degrees and it will be cloudy, but later on in the night, it'll get down to 62 with a 3% chance of rain. On Tuesday, it'll be 63 with a low of 58, and there will be a 6% chance of rain. On Wednesday, it'll be 72 degrees, but there is a 100% chance of rain. And it'll get lower in the temperature on the night, around 65 degrees. For Thursday, it'll be 70 degrees with a very high humidity. The low will be 60 with a 72% chance of rain. And for Friday, it will be 60 degrees with a low of 54, and there's a 20% chance of rain.
Big Time Action News welcomes you here today with me, Hannah Rankin, and my co-host, James Paquin. Here today, we are to talk about banning weapons. Many people believe weapons have mass destruction on the world. They have nuclear, biological, and chemical weapons. They have looked at banning guns many times for reasons such as terrorist attacks, school shootings, and robberies.
Nations around the world might feel threatened by these leaders. Allied nations would probably form alliances, while countries like the United States might have to face another war if violent attacks continue to occur. Now James with sports after the break.
I was doing just fine before I met you. I know it breaks your heart. Moved to a city in a broke down car and 4 years no calls, and now you're looking pretty in a hotel. I can't stop. No, I can't stop. So baby, pull me closer in the backseat of your Rover that I know you can't afford.
We have just found out that Johnny Manziel is working out with OBJ. Odell Beckham Jr. practicing with Manziel, and Manziel says that he's feeling good about his comeback and hopes to be able to work to make a comeback soon. Thank you, and that's all for sports. Well, let's welcome Faith with today's weather.
For Monday, it will be 70 degrees with a low of 65 during the night. It'll be sunny during the day, get a little foggy later on. For Tuesday, it'll also be sunny with a low of 70. For Wednesday, it'll be slightly cloudy with a 5% chance of rain later on in the night. Thursday and Friday, it'll be sunny again. But for Thursday, we have a low of 75, and for Friday, a low of 68.
Big Time Action News here today with James Paquin and Hannah Rankin. Here today we are talking about space and believing if we have hit the moon yet. Yes, we have been to space, everyone knows, but many people think that it's not real and that it's all just made up.
The technology we have today has made going to space so much easier. The things we have learned have been able to use to learn about space is crazy. Space is the final frontier, and whoever controls space and has control over the sky, and they can send up astronauts, satellites, weapons, and more. Now to James with sports. Grandma!
Help me! I'm falling and I
Grandma,
can't
what
get up.
happened?
Now that I have Life Alert, I'm never alone. Ah! Life Alert.
Ma'am, are you okay?
Colin Kaepernick has spoken to reporters and Seahawks staff about playing backup quarterback for them. If this actually happens, I would like to see what the 49ers would be able to do after losing such a big player in past seasons. And to be able to see what the Seahawks would be able to do with two young quarterbacks under their belt. Now to Faith with weather.
For Monday in the morning, it'll be a little foggy, so be careful on your way to work, guys. Later in the night, it'll be 58 degrees with a 4% chance of rain. For Tuesday, it'll be 60 degrees and a little cloudy with a later in the night, it'll be 54. It'll be a little humid. Wednesday, it'll be sunny with a low of 68 and a 2% chance of rain later on in the night. Thursday, it'll be 70 degrees with a 30% chance of rain, getting to 60 degrees later on in the night with a 70% chance of rain. And for Friday, it'll be 68 degrees with high humidity and a low of 60.